Welcome to day 2 of the Overdose Composable Commerce Summit APAC. We are thrilled to have you here again today. My name is Ramanathan and I'm the Partnerships and Brand Lead for Overdose in APAC. It is my absolute honour to be your event host and MC today. Overdose is continuing to bring you the top of the line innovators and e-commerce experts. Considering most of APAC are in the same boat at the moment when it comes to the C word, COVID, we've chosen to proceed with a virtual event just to ensure the health of all of our employees, speakers, and participants. We just want to keep everyone safe. We're going to showcase and focus the best-in-class e-commerce technology opportunities. Here at the summit is where you can connect with the experts, as you as a merchant or a business, and we're just continuing to encourage that industry engagement. Yesterday, I touched on the fact that knowledge is power. This summit is giving you access to the greatest e-commerce knowledge in the game. However, today I've got a new little quote to keep in mind. Knowledge isn't power until it's applied. We strongly encourage you to reach out to the platforms and all of the experts. They're here today to answer all of your burning questions. Perhaps they'll even unlock another opportunity for growth. You can network, engage with the current clients and prospects here. It's all going down day 2 at the Overdose Composable Commerce Summit. Please note, you are free to join any of the sessions whenever you like. Doesn't matter if the session's already in progress, you can leave and join at any time. If you've missed a session from today or yesterday, don't worry about it. We're going to have them all up on the Overdose website in the following the event. Today, you're going to hear from our platform partners in the remaining sections of the full stack. So they're going to introduce you to their market-leading technologies in a thought leadership and educational environment. They're going to show you their capabilities in this engaging way. So remember, this is your chance to post questions throughout the broadcast, hear answers directly from the teams behind the tech as well. I like to think of the full composable stack kind of like building a house. So yesterday we started off with your foundations, your walls, your windows, and we covered the back-end techs of composable commerce featuring Adobe Commerce and Commerce Tools. Then we branched into your front-end solutions, including Frontastic and Deity, before diving into your CMS, the content management system solutions, with both Contentful and Content Stack. Today, we're going to get stuck into the next layers of the tech stack, product discovery technologies with Unboxed and Algolia, marketing automation solutions with Klaviyo and Digital, user-generated content and loyalty solutions with Yotpo, Stacklet, and Reviews.io, AI and personalization with Nosto, product information management technologies with Commerce and Akeneo, payments, Adyen, and you're also going to hear from Talon One today. Yet again, incredible lineup of compelling and engaging speakers. So let's kick things off today with the product discovery solutions. I would like to please welcome Unboxed, an e-commerce product discovery platform that applies advanced data sciences to connect shoppers to the products that they're most likely to buy, while providing those predictive, actionable insights for merchandising. So with Unboxed machine learning site search, the shoppers receive optimized search results based on merchandiser insight, coupled with advanced machine learning algorithms. Their tech is trusted by over 1,300 e-commerce websites in 40 countries, including the likes of Express, Fresh Direct, ID Supply. They're actually powering over 8 billion interactions a month. I'd like to introduce now the Associate Director of Unboxed, Surya. He will explain how Unboxed product discovery has been able to uplift site and search conversions. He's also going to discuss the challenges in product discovery, areas that are unattended with a lot of scope, how these numerous retailers are using Unboxed and have witnessed several KPI impacts just within weeks, and how everyone can optimize their e-commerce store and enhance their shopper's journey. Please join me in welcoming Surya from Unboxed.
Hey, Robin, thank you very much for the introduction. Hey guys, thanks for the opportunity. Of course, I think that the base, of course, has been set. And I just wanted to deep dive in right away to give you guys some context on what exactly product discovery is, right? Like we'll start from the scratch and wanted to give you guys a good idea of our platform as well. In a nutshell, of course, to throw out some facts, right? Like generally in the e-commerce vertical, you will see that search specifically is a major component of product discovery. And then there's a different medium in which shoppers usually discover products coming through your landing pages, right? Your listing pages. There's also the concept of upselling and cross-selling through recommendations. And there are some facts out there in the market that search usually, of course, converts much, much higher than your site and contributes close to 40% of your revenue on average. Also, a very shocking thing is where about 70% of e-commerces do very basic search and just practically are just matching words from their catalog. Personalization is also a very key aspect of product discovery. And about 54% of shoppers are more likely to buy on a website that has personalization enabled, where products are ranked dynamically. And recommendations is key. This, of course, came out a few years ago when Amazon claimed that about 35% of their revenue comes just from recommendations. And that's kind of like leads me to the next slide, which talks about what product discovery is, right? It's any medium in which you enable your shoppers to discover the products that they're actually looking out for. Could be the first aspect of site search. Very high intent shopper knows exactly what he's buying and throws in just a head query, like a one-word query, or goes ahead and throws multi-words in the search. Starts engaging with the e-commerce site. And now with your store, he now sees a personalized experience. Products are ranked very differently, and he starts engaging with it much more. There's also recommendations, upselling, cross-selling, a part of the product discovery piece, followed by a merchandising console where you can now control the ranking of products, right? You decide how you want your products to be. A suggestion box in the search bar, which we call an auto suggest, to engage the shopper, to reduce their journey and show them the right set of products, right? You want to give them diverse results. Topped up with all the analytics you need to do efficient customization and merchandising on the site. As Raven mentioned, we are a company that's been in business for about 10 years. Our product discovery platform is leveraged by 1,300 e-commerce sites across 40 different countries. And we spread across the 3 products that I mentioned as well. But to give you some glance of what exactly a challenge looks like on an e-commerce experience, right? Like when, let's just say a shopper comes up on your site, what exactly is a problem, or how exactly do you identify a product discovery problem? One of the very different ways in which you can do this is, of course, start from search. A shopper just putting in a couple of words on your search bar, and the results being very diverse, sometimes 0 results, sometimes very irrelevant results. Right? I'm just looking out for a red wireless headset, just an example. And as you can see, I get a bunch of products that are not so exactly what I was looking out for, right? I have a black wired headset, a red wired headset, a blue wireless headset, and then a completely irrelevant red controller. And this is how the e-commerce experience is when we start talking to a lot of businesses. Like, these are challenges that they intend to solve. They've been meaning to work on this, but can't put in their time or effort because this is not a manually solvable problem. And that's exactly where Unbox comes in, right? We start looking at from our core algorithms, where we're now trying to understand what exactly the query is. We start understanding the intent of shoppers, the attributes in the query, and thus try to figure out what exactly this query means. Our AI models also enable us to go ahead and predict what the category is and even get this data from unstructured information about the product, like your descriptions, structured data like your attributes. And that's exactly why we also do content or article search. We also then start doing a few different steps like query sanitization, query expansion, and so on through our automation layer. But of course, shoppers might use different terminologies, might come in with different words. And let's assume this is a keyword that they key into the search bar. This, of course, is crazy because there's multiple misspellings over here. And we can automate up to 6 misspellings in a single search query. Automated typo handling. What if someone uses a variation of the words in your catalog? Not a problem, because we do variation handling and can handle stemming. So even if someone's using game wireless headsets, of course, like a very weird way to call out on search, but the way we process this is we know that game and gaming means the same, and what exactly are space gaps. We can solve those space gap issues. Followed by this is a synonym layer, where we go ahead and also scale this search query with all the synonyms that we have in our AI database. We've done a large list of ML building, and we've trained the systems to understand what could be the probable synonyms. And now there's a lot of data that we have based on the search query and the product catalog that we have to provide relevant results. We also do solve for complex use cases. So if you see, we are a solution that can handle dimensions. We can handle natural language. So shoppers could come in and search for cheapest headphones or headphones under $100, right? And we also are a self-learning algorithm where anytime we show a 0 result, even after all of this automation, we try to minimize this as we start seeing some engagement on that search query. Try minimizing 0 results as we self-learn. But once we do all of this is when we start ranking the products, right? Product discovery is kind of like not just about search, right? Search is one of the key aspects of product discovery. But what's very important is your listing pages as well, where you have a majority of your traffic and a lot of scope for optimization. And this is an area where now Unboxed can be used to rank and personalize your category pages. You primarily decide all the algorithms. We have a bunch of AI layer that kind of determines how exactly products need to be ranked. We know these are the relevant products. There's about 50 data signals that we capture from popular analytics tools and start re-ranking based on the performance of the product, the trending data that we capture, the geography, seasonality, and these are all available in our public documentation as well. So it's all very transparent, and every single information is displayed on the backend console. We then start doing user personalization, try creating user personas, and see where exactly the shopper is having some affinity. Do they have affinities towards a specific brand or a particular style, maybe a specific price range of products? Create that one-on-one mapping with that shopper based on their user data, their engagements on your e-commerce. And lastly, of course, product discovery isn't complete without controls to the business team. And it all revolves around merchandising as well. While the entire solution of product discovery is meant to be automated and should function, should give you impacts, should give you those conversion uplifts you expect out of the box, merchandising becomes key when you want to put in your own logic, right? Like those boosting of products or dragging and dropping of products, creating banners and landing pages. All of those options are a part of the backend tool. And that kind of defines what a perfect experience is on a product discovery. So you understand what the query is, you solve for all those automation layer, you start ranking and personalizing the experience, and also controls where you can reorder products. Of course, there are other areas where product discovery extends to, like recommendations, upselling, cross-selling through different widgets in different ways. An auto suggest box, which is super customizable as well, right? When people are engaging with your search bar, you want to do suggestions, popular products, trending searches, and so on. Product discovery is, of course, very incomplete without your left-hand navigation. Filters need to be as engaging as possible. Filters need to be automated for search queries and category pages. And business needs to control how the filters should be, what filters should come up, and much more. all of this, the product discovery piece, isn't complete if it is not optimized for other devices, like your apps, your mobile tablets. And of course, all the necessary reporting to keep you informed that will let you make this, well-informed decisions, data-driven decisions. And yeah, that's kind of like the entire solution in a nutshell, what we do. And there are some SLAs and guarantees that flow along behind this as well. On the lines of response time, super fast system to get back all those responses through APIs. On search, on categories, recommendations, uptime guarantees, a multi-DC architecture, a secure, reliable service system, along with conversion and KPI guarantees as well. But that's it from my side. Thank you very much for your time.
We do have a few questions actually that have just come through, if you're happy to answer these ones. How long does it take for the solution to learn and deliver its impacts?
Sure. So of course, Unboxed, when retailers usually start the integration of Unboxed, we kind of take it phase-wise, right? Like we start with indexing the feed, we then integrate analytics, and then we actually start working on the APIs. So when we actually do the analytics integration, we're actually on your site. We're trying to learn your shoppers' activities. We have a lot of data around how exactly are they engaging? What are those products that are getting a lot of clicks? What are your best-selling products, your add to carts, your orders, and so on? So now we have a lot of data around how exactly your shoppers engage. And by the time we go live, we already have about 30 days of data. And there's also certain things that that will help us learn much better, like your past performance of products, your past search queries, and so on, which will avoid the cold start issue when we go live. So the impacts can be actually witnessed from the first week, but we usually have a certain time period of the first 30 days or a max cap of first 60 days to evaluate and produce a report on what exactly the impacts are. Yep. So I think there's another question where it's about what are the integration options like? You have iOS and Android SDK support. Yes. So as I said, the integration is of a few types. Of course, we do have multiple options. One is an integration option where the dev team or the SIs, can use our open RESTful APIs. We have a lot of plugins that are directly available with most popular e-commerce platforms that will make the integration a lot more shorter, much more easier. And there's very minimal customization that is required when you use the plugin. Or there's also like a JavaScript option where either the customers, the retailers team can use and use their dev team to do the integration, or you can depend on Unboxed and we can complete the integration for you as well. And we do have responsive support on mobile tablets as well as iOS, Android SDK support. Yes. Yep. So how can I test, evaluate, and compare Unboxed to make an informed decision? Sure. There are a few different options we have, again, for you to actually decide how you want to proceed, right? Like there are options where you can test Unboxed for free. And on your product catalog, you can see all the algorithms we've been talking about and we probably will be talking about. You can test it out and see if that is satisfactory. Then proceed to, we have proof of concepts available. We've done A/B tests with several vendors, native tools that come out of platforms to produce comparative reports. And sometimes, retailers, it's completely up to them how they want to proceed, how they want to evaluate Unboxed, whether they want to do a last year, this year comparison, they want to do a split test, a pre-60, post-60-day comparison, and then make an informed decision. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming and speaking to us today. That's Surya from Unboxed. Appreciate your time and being a part of our event today.